You're never gonna believe this. I just got back from Target where I picked up a remote control Sentry turret gel blaster that includes the remote to control the turret, and a smart target beacon, is apparently LiPo powered and connects to an app, and the blaster itself does voice communications and select fire. It even does glow-in-the-dark tracer rounds, all feeding from a 1200 round hopper. And I picked it up for the unreasonable price of only $70 US, which is about the price you'd pay for just a standard gel blaster. The only problem is it's kind of small. I wasn't expecting it to be so small. And yes, that is what she said. I have this blaster right now is special thanks to a couple of people who donated during my live stream, and that would be Blee NGA. You know him, you love him, he's an old school YouTuber returning, makes some of the best content in the hobby, and nobody is paying attention. Go check out Blee's channel. My beautiful friends Homely, Colmient, and Rohiran, they all donated for me to pick this thing up. That is, you know, I like the form factor of that, but that is like the smallest Sentry turret ever. USB-C port on here for recharging. Here's our, I mean, this thing just looks like a grenade, but this is apparently the target. Plastic stands here of some description. I'm guessing that is for this. So there's our beacon. Here is the, well, kind of tripod thing. Yeah, I just heard motors. The remote control does not have a rechargeable thing on it. 10,000 of its included rounds and 500 of the tracing ones. Safety glasses, they look pretty generic. The hopper itself, and a USB-C cable. Blaster is disabled, will not fire down. Download the app. You cannot even remotely use this blaster without downloading the app. It comes with a remote. Theoretically, it should work without an app. I gotta say though, it feels like a pretty decent quality blaster. Just, it's a little weird being a Sentry that is that small. All right, so normally at this point of the video, this was where everything... Sorry, 1 second. My champ is done training. You gotta want it! You gotta want the win! You climbed that wall faster! Why do you think I trained your climbing? Yeah, use that waveboard! We've only unlocked like 7 of them in a row. And 4th place. Oh, this video is sponsored by Pocket Champs. See this little guy? It's a champ, and you're gonna train it. And then you're gonna, hopefully, win races with it. The idea is simple. Pocket Champs is a mobile game in which you race champs. But before you race them, you've gotta train them. Increase your champ's stats. And races are done automatically, and that might seem incredibly simple, but answer me this. If you focused heavily on your champ's climbing, but your upcoming race includes a lot of swimming, should you then pick the climbing gear to maximize your champ's climbing ability? Or if your champ is lacking, maybe you should pick up some swimming gear so your champ will do a little bit better at the swimming that's gonna be coming up. Wrong answer! You picked the ostrich and you bet everything on that short sprint. And that's where the fun of Pocket Champs comes from. But to make things a little bit easier on you, go ahead and scan the QR code you see on screen or use my link down in the description below to get yourself 1,100 gems. That's right, $10 in premium currency for free. You have to do it quick though, because only those of you that use my QR code and link before September 3rd will get your gems on September 4th. Thanks again to Pocket Champs for sponsoring this video, and I will deal with you later. Now, where was I? Oh, right, locking your blaster being able to be used behind an app. But all of that might not matter because this is a $70 Sentry turret and it is stupidly cool, especially for the price point they're asking. Turn the blaster on, you just gotta hold in this clicky button for a second, let go, and it starts right up. This blaster will do safe, semi-auto, 3-shot burst, and full auto. There's also a button on the bottom of the grip here to tag yourself out. So if you get like hit, you can press that and the app will know that you've been hit out and other people can see that without just looking at you. But it's compact. I like the way that these all fold together. I mean, it's not perfect, but it does work. I mean, it literally does all the things you expect, including charging glow-in-the-dark rounds, so I have no complaints. It even has a voice chat button. I don't even know how that works. But we put it in semi-auto, and this is your responsive rate of fire. If you time it right and don't just mash the button, you can get a pretty consistently high rate of fire for a 3-shot burst, and I like that. Not the fastest rate of fire ever, but for a thing this compact that's also a Sentry Gun, it's kind of hard to complain. This is literally just a target. It detects impact, and that's it. It does connect to the app, which is frightening that it can do all this kind of stuff, but it's just a single LED drill. When it's blue, you're supposed to shoot it. We'll wait for it to choose blue again. We hit it and it flashes green, and that will actually add a score up to the app if you have all this stuff connected. And while this blaster does have a rechargeable lithium-ion battery, not polymer, this requires 3 AAA batteries, as does the remote. It also requires 3 AAA batteries, but this is really cool. This is the part that makes or breaks the blaster. So you can simply unfold the tripod here, is of course completely removable, turn your blaster on, set it down somewhere, and then of course use your remote. You just turn the remote on, it automatically connects to the blaster. When that's solid green, you're ready to fire, and then you can rotate the turret. The only problem with this is that there's no rubber feet on the bottom of this, so if you do put it on like a table or something like that, the motor is so strong that when you like turn it, it will slide a little bit, and that can mess things up, but it's still perfectly usable. You've got your out button again, but then you've also got your fire button right here, and there is no delay. It is incredible. This is so worth the $70. You can change the locking pivot point. Unfortunately, you can't change that with the remote, and you can't change the fire setting with the remote. Still works exceptionally well. With all the fun tech packed into these things, it's real easy to forget that these are actual handheld blasters at the end of the day. Meet Freddy. Freddy hears a chronograph, and he measures the velocities of objects that pass through him in feet per second. Now, of course, these aren't comparable to foam blaster numbers. However, we do have a baseline for most of these types of gel blasters, and that is around 160 or so for pistol-sized blasters and about 220 for the larger size. And, well, this is a pistol one, and it does advertise a velocity of 170 FPS. So let's see how true that is. 80, 49, 70. That is not working at all. Try these with the hypergel rounds. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Oh gosh, yeah, I don't know what happened there, but let's just use the hypergel ones because they're hitting really hard. 176, 185, 184. Oh, we got a jam. 188, 167. 182, 187, 188, so it exceeds the FPS that's listed on the box, which is really cool. Oh, that is 7 kinds of fun. These things seem real accurate, but more importantly, really freaking fun. Can we move you a little bit? Oh! I don't know how you wouldn't think that isn't the coolest thing ever. What I would do to have a dart blaster that does this Holy crap. This is it. Haha! 91! Oh, really? I'm just having fun at this point. All right, so the real question is, how hard is this thing to aim by hand? It's not that bad. Yeah, it's accurate. Couple of outliers. It's not perfect, but it is reasonably accurate. A heck of a lot better than most other blasters we've taken a look at. I don't know what you're expecting me to say other than this thing is amazing. For $70, what you get here is ridiculous, especially compared to so many other things in the market. Yeah, other things may hit a little bit harder and shoot a little bit faster and carry a little bit more ammo, but this thing does everything it wants to do exceptionally well, on top of having the Sentry Mode gimmick, which is stupid fun and has so many different applications. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a weird setup with the grip like that, but it works. This isn't even covering all the other gimmicks that you could get using the application, like the game modes and the voice chat and all that stuff. Not even worried about that. Just the blaster itself with the remote that has virtually no look how responsive that is. Seriously. That is incredible. It's the perfect mini sentry. This is all you would need. This is the secondary to rule all secondaries. Carry two of them. Dual wielding this is not only stupid fun, but you can easily carry both remotes and set both of these up in, especially in full auto or burst. These things feel so good. They are so much fun. Yes, you have to use the app to unlock them, which, let's be frank, is really dumb. I don't know why I would need an app to unlock the blaster when the blaster doesn't require the app for anything after that other than just bonus features. Even if you're just mashing the trigger. It is really good. Everything about this package is really good. Even the little target, you don't necessarily need the app for it, but if you connect it to the app, it keeps score, and on top of that, it measures a reaction time, and all this stuff is in the package for $70. Whatever fault this thing might have, and trust me, the requirement of a smartphone is a huge letdown, it makes up for it with a low price tag and working fantastic with a gimmick you don't see anywhere else.